in. Bless you! So, hi! I want to start off by saying if you're from my last paranormal video, and you're a new subscriber or anything, hi! I'm Ashley. So, in my last video, I asked you guys if you wanted a part 2 to my paranormal experiences, and a lot of you guys actually did want a part 2, so I figured I would just make it right now, just so there is no wait. Before I get into my new experiences, I wanted to touch on a couple comments that you guys left in my last video. Okay, it's mainly just one comment that I did want to touch on. I did leave a comment on that video explaining. In my last video, I said that my mom's medium friend told me that something bad happened in the apartment and that's why there was so much negative energy there. But I failed to mention what exactly happened there. So somebody commented and asked if I ever researched the incident, and I did. So when I did research it, it was about a year ago. I found that some guy was arrested for housing a bunch of drugs in his apartment and creating a drug house, like selling, receiving in his apartment. After I saw that comment, like today, I went and I researched it again just so I could get my facts straight before I commented back. And the second search result, when I typed in my apartment address and then drugs, was a new one that I didn't find before, which kind of struck me as odd because I really researched anything that could have happened, and it took me a long time to find the one drug housing article. So the fact that there was a brand new one that happened a year before that was strange to me. And if you guys are like triggered by domestic abuse or like anything like that, I would just skip this part. Here's a timestamp of when it's okay. In 2013, there was a man who got into a fight with his girlfriend about his abuse of prescription drugs and alcohol. He started to domestically abuse her. He threw her up against a door, threw her over a chair. Multiple people who I'm assuming lived with him were also injured. Apparently there was blood splattered all over the walls. When somebody tried to intervene, he threatened to kill himself and then was threatening to kill his girlfriend as well. Like I said, I literally didn't see that article until literally like 2 hours ago. So the fact that it was hidden when I looked it up is strange. Currently, I live at my dad's house, primarily. So another little thing about my dad's, ever since he's lived here, my sister and I have felt strange about the house, just kind of weird. Scared at night. Not the same feeling I got in the apartment feeling was much worse, but just weird about my dad's house. Like we're like, something has to be here. We're both afraid of the attic door that is right in between our bedroom doors, outside of it. We're afraid of the basement. The basement here isn't finished. It's like kind of creepy. I don't like basements in general, but my dad's is just especially creepy. My sister and I have always joked about there being something in the basement or in the attic. I've lived back home since May, when I graduated, and nothing really has happened until about a month ago. One night I got a text from my boyfriend asking a bunch of stuff about Ouija boards. He knows I'm knowledgeable about it, so I was like interested in why he was asking me all these things about Ouija boards. And so I was like, why do you ask? And he was like, my sister wants to play one. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, we're gonna play one tonight. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Let me know how it goes, whatever. So the next day after that, I actually went over to his house and I was like, how was the Ouija board? He's like, we didn't actually play it. And I was like, why not? And he's like, well, we didn't have a board. We were gonna make one, but then we decided not to. And I was like, oh, okay. A little bit later, his sister comes into the room and she was like, Ashley, do you want to play the Ouija board? And I was like, yeah, I'd be down. And she's like, I went to Walmart and I couldn't find one. And I was like, oh, well, they have them at Barnes and Noble. And she was like, seriously? And I was like, yeah. She was like, I'm gonna go get one. And we were like, okay. And so she went and she got one, and then she came back with the Ouija board. And then later that night we went into their basement and we played with it. Oh my god, I feel like I'm out of breath. Either that or it's the coffee I've been drinking, because I've been drinking too much today. His sister also very much so believes in stuff like this. She was afraid of the Ouija board. And whereas my boyfriend Alex was just kind of like, if it moves, it moves. Like, I don't know, you know, he didn't really believe like 100%, but he still wanted to play it. We played 3 separate sessions, one with her being the I don't know if you'd call it a medium or if it's just like the contactor, because if you don't know, when you're playing a Ouija board, you should have one person designated to speak to it, because if too many people are talking, it can get like confusing for the thing trying to speak to you. So she started, and then I was the second one in the second session, and then Alex was the last one. And so we talked to 3 different spirits. The first one's name was Rick. He R-I-K. R-I-C or R-I-K. It was one of the spellings. Rick talked to us a little bit, and then towards the end we asked him if he was a good spirit, to which he replied no. So we went to goodbye right away. During my session, we talked to Crin, C-R-I-N. Crin was like overall just like a nice spirit, or that's what he said to be. And then the last one, a person named Paj, P-A-J, came through. We asked him how he passed away, and he spelled out eaten. We were like, eating? You passed away when you were eating? And he spelled out eaten again, and then he went M, N, M, N. And then I was watching, because this is already just suspicious behavior going back and forth between 2 letters. So he started to go back to M, and halfway through I was like, Alex, no, say goodbye. And so he went to goodbye. I explained that usually when they go between 2 letters repeatedly, they're doing something shifty, trying to open a portal, trying to do something. I don't know, but it could have been harmless, but to me, I just got a weird vibe from it. I wanted to say goodbye, so we did, and then we didn't play again. A little bit, like a few days later, my sister came home from college for her winter break, and I explained to her about the Ouija board session that we had, and she said, I want to play with the Ouija board. And I was like, oh, I could probably have Alex bring it over here sometime. And she was like, yeah, could you? And so a few days later, Alex came over here to my dad's, and he brought over the Ouija board. My sister, when she came home, she was very sick. We think it was walking pneumonia or bronchitis, but she was very sick, so she went to bed early. She didn't want to play. I wanted to play again, just to see like if it would work here as well. Halfway through like the night, before we had even like brought up touching the board, I kind of got this weird feeling that like I shouldn't play with it here. So I just never brought it up, and we didn't play the board here. So then when we went to go to bed, it was in my room, but I took it out and I set it right here against this couch. So like literally right where I'm sitting, it was here overnight. We woke up the next morning, Alex took it, he went home. So the next night I went to go stream, and right back here is actually my stream room. It's just an empty bedroom that my dad had when I moved in, so I took it over and put my PC in there. Like I said, this was the night after the Ouija board was in the house, and it left. I was streaming, and then I end stream around like 1 to like 3 in the morning, and you can't see, I'll try to turn it so you can. We have a hallway right over here. So that's the laundry room. That's nothing of importance in this story. But down that hall is our bathroom. So the bathroom is down that hall, and then at the end of the hall is my bedroom door. My dog sleeps with me every night in my room at the foot of my bed. At night when I'm streaming or just in there on my computer, she sits out here in the loft and sleeps until I come out, and then I say bedtime, and then she runs to my room and then lays down and sleeps and doesn't get up because she's usually so tired. It's like very early in the morning, like 3, 4 in the morning sometimes. She never has energy around that time because she's just tired from being a dog. I don't know. That night, I told her bedtime. I opened up my bedroom door, and then I left the light on in my room. So she was laying at the foot of my bed. I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and the door was shut. And outside of the door, I heard like crinkling or like footsteps or something. I wasn't sure. And since my sister was home, I figured maybe she was trying to either get in or like walking into the hall. So I opened the door. So I peeked out of the bathroom. and nothing was there. So I was like, okay, that's weird. So I left the door open then, just in case my sister was coming out of her room and like wanted to get into the bathroom. And then I heard the crinkling noise again. And then I kind of looked, because the bathroom's here and then my room's back here. So I kind of looked back at my room. I see my dog run out of my room with her tail between her legs and her head down, looking very scared. But my cat, Lilith, she loves to open up drawers, like my dresser drawers. She loves opening them up. She learned at my apartment and now she can't stop doing it. She's like a kid with a new toy, just like opening up drawers. Actually, if you guys want to see a funny clip of that happening right now, I actually have one, so here you go. Brandy, as sweet as she is afraid of absolutely everything. She's just a scaredy cat. And usually when Lilith opens up drawers, Brandy gets scared and she runs out of my room. So I figured it was Lilith opening my drawer. I walked into my room to see if Lilith was there, but she wasn't there. And the weird thing is that my water bottle from my nightstand, so it's about 4 feet away from my door, was now right where my dog was laying at the foot of my bed. So my water bottle had miraculously come from my nightstand where it was standing up and was now laying 4 or 5 feet away from my nightstand and right where my dog was. And my cat wasn't in there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I heard my sister cough at that point, so I knew she was awake. So I knocked on the door like crazy, and she was like, what? And so I opened the door, and I was like, do you have Lilith? And I saw Lilith sleeping on her bed, and I was like, okay. And I explained to her what happened. Something had moved the water bottle from my nightstand to the floor, right where my dog was sleeping. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know why. Yeah, it was definitely freaky, and I wish I had videos for you guys, but I don't know. I just was so like caught off guard. Like I wasn't thinking of anything paranormal. I wasn't thinking of anything happening, and then just that happened, like the crinkling, and then I don't know. I don't know exactly how long after this was, but I think it was maybe that same week, so maybe like 3-4 days after that incident. Once again, I was streaming around 2-3 in the morning. I went to the bathroom to get face wash, just to lay out the bathroom for you guys. So if you walk in the door, the countertop's on this side, and then there's a closet against the other wall with like a big long mirror over the sinks. So I was getting some face wash out of the cabinet, and I opened it, grabbed the face wash, turned around. So I looked in the mirror, and in front of my bedroom door, like maybe like a foot in front of it, staring at me, was a figure. And it was this tall, black, slender figure with super, super long arms. The only thing that I can like give you is like the body shape of Slender Man, but it wasn't. It was just a figure with long arms. It was just standing there staring at me, and then it was gone. The second I gasped, the second I realized it was there, it was gone. And I kind of like looked and I freaked out. To me, it's interesting. I know some people see shadow people for way long periods of time. Like my sister, she sees them for minutes at a time. The only like few times I've seen a shadow person, they're there for a second and then they're gone. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. There've been a few times where I've heard whispers outside of my bedroom door. Like at night I'd be in my room and I'd hear like what it sounds like to be a conversation right outside my door, or like whispering, like I can never make out words that the things are saying. My sister, when she was home for the month, last month, she told me that she heard what it sounded like to be a conversation coming from right outside her bedroom door. That's happened a few times. I have had 3 different people tell me that my dad has a curse on him. If it was one person, I would take them seriously, but since it's 3 separate people, you better believe I'm gonna believe them. The figure that I'm seeing here and everything that's happening here is because of this curse that my dad has. Like my mom's medium friend told me that I have a gift to see bad things that are here. She told me if I wanted to, I could probably see the one figure that is with my dad either in front of him or behind him, like at all times, if I wanted to. I don't think I want to. There is one prominent demonic figure that is attached to my dad because of this curse, and she believes that that is what I saw in the hallway that night, and also probably what threw water bottles at my dog. My sister and I want to try to figure out if we can break the curse somehow, but that's hard because we don't know the person who put the curse on my dad. Like, we can't really talk to my dad about this stuff because he's gonna be like, meh. Like, we told him he has a curse on him and he was just kind of like, maybe that's why I'm so crabby all the time. We can't really talk to him about it because he won't take it seriously, so I don't know if we'll ever find out. I would like to, because apparently it is familial, which means that it is either passed down when he passes away to me and my sister, or it's already affecting us. I don't really know. I'd have to talk to my mom's medium friend again more about that, but she did say it was a demonic presence that will not hurt me, but I can see it. Other things that have happened more recently, and I have never heard of anything like this, so if anybody knows anything about this, please let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. I've been seeing white figures, white shadow people. Like 3 nights ago, I saw one like kind of like crouched like this. Like, I opened my bedroom door at night and it was just kind of like there and then it was gone. And then I saw a white figure dash in front of my PC. And it just kind of, I don't know if white figures are light beings or if they're just another form of entities. I'm not sure. So if anybody knows more about that, please let me know because I'm very curious. Other than that, I've only ever had one other experience recently. I was in my room. I was like in my planner, like writing things down, and I automatically just got a whiff of cigarette smoke, which I'm not a cigarette smoker, my dad's not a cigarette smoker, and we were the only two in this house. I even went downstairs and I was like, Dad, did you just light a candle or something? And he was like, no. But yeah, it just like hit me for like probably like 10 seconds and then it went away. Like, I didn't light anything, I don't know, I didn't even light sage or anything, so I don't know what that was. My mom's dad, who I didn't know very well, like he passed away when I was maybe like 5. He was a big cigarette smoker, and my mom says that sometimes she gets whiffs of cigarette smoke, so maybe that was my grandpa. I really kind of want to play the Ouija board again, which is kind of crazy considering that everything that I just told you happened after playing with the board, and like, since those things scared me, why would I want to play it again? But I know that the board does that to you. It makes you want to play more, and like, I just like, what's the harm in playing one more time, you know? I don't know if I ever will play with it again, even though I kind of really want to, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a bad idea. I had another session with my mom's medium friend, Reiki healer friend, so I did talk to 2 mediums back to back, like day after day, and they told me some stuff. I don't think I'll get into it in this video just because that would make for a very long video, and I'm trying not to like make this one super long again. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. If you guys are, let me know and I can always make another video on that. As of right now, unless I remember something that happened to me when I was younger, that is all the paranormal stories that I do have. The only other thing that I could think of is that I did have a sleep paralysis experience. It wasn't like I saw anything, it's just I felt and like heard something, but it really wasn't that big of an experience. I will make another video if anything else happens, but until then, I'm pretty sure that's it. But yeah, I guess if you guys want a video on more of what these 2 mediums that I saw said to me, I can make that. If you guys want the small little sleep paralysis story, I can tell you that. If you guys have any experiences with any paranormal stuff, please tell me in the comments. I'm very interested. I'll probably be making more like scary content in the future. I'm thinking about finding some like scary stories to read or tell you guys about like haunted places. There is a very, very haunted cemetery. It's supposedly the most haunted cemetery in the United States and definitely the most haunted in Illinois. And it's about an hour from me, and I really want to go visit it, so I might make that a video. As of right now, it is very cold outside, so I don't know if I will be going anytime soon. I can try for maybe like in a few weeks to like post a video of that because I've always wanted to go and see it. If you guys want to see any kind of specific video that I haven't mentioned, let me know. Like, I'm open to suggestions, like what you guys want to see. If you guys are interested in joining me on my stream, I would love to have you guys. We talk about scary ghost things and stuff like pretty much all the time, so if you guys like this kind of stuff, you'd like that. But if you don't care about video games or streaming, then it's okay. All my links will be in the description, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Twitch. So yeah, if you guys want to join that, you guys can. Thank you so much for being here. I think I'm at like 33 subscribers now, which I'm like kind of shocked by. I don't know. Thank you guys for that. I'm very appreciative. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Hi. What do you have? Oh, she's parading. She parades around when she takes something. What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth, huh?